Yeah.
I was mentioned before movies PG-13, yeah, PG-18. I don't remember.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Parental advisory.
That's right. All right. Victor, are you there? I think I saw you leave and join.
Yeah, I was wondering why I didn't hear anything, and then I was disconnected from Discord, and then Discord shut down, and now I'm back.
Welcome back, Victor. It's great to have you.
Yeah, I don't have I have some issues with the time on Thursday, so that's why I'm almost never here. But yeah, I'm able to join today.
Oh, that's great. What time is usually better for you?
Um, I I think like I have the feeling like I recently forget like oh there's a if because like the story Discord became so crowded, so I was trying to avoid it, and then like the new Discord make it realize oh there is a new uh Discord for story developers, and then I found oh I'm free today.
Right. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, super glad to have you. And yeah, that's the whole point of this Discord server. Is like there was a lot of noise in the other one, but we're gonna try to make this one a lot better.
Yeah.
The
All right.
Emperor president is there as well.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How's it going?
Hey, Andrea.
Hey, hey.
Hi there.
Let me join from my computer. I will be right back.
Awesome. What's up, Zwerd? Good to see you too. Long time.
Hi. Sure. I was working on new smart contract, and right now we are doing some Chilivis launch on April, and so tomorrow I will be in Dubai to rest a bit, and then on April we will continue building.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. It's definitely good to see you again, and I honestly I love what PFP3 is doing. So you guys have just been so great, and the launch with the Mushy thing, it was so cool because we could see like revenue being accrued to Mushy's IP on the portal. So you guys have just been doing great, and I just gave you and Victor the trusted dev role in here since we're we're gonna get a lot of builders in here, but you guys are always building some cool stuff and helping out. So
thanks, Jacob.
Nice. Like yesterday was the announcement of the Aria Discord, and then when I joined, I was the mod was already oh no like one of the shard is here, and I was thinking wait this is John HQ. I met him like on the Emergence Discord, and then he gave me the VIP role, and I was like it's so crazy. Now I'm going in Discord, and now everyone gives me roles. Nice.
yeah, you're getting roles everywhere. It's good. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna kick off this presentation here. So we're gonna go for like, I guess this is gonna end officially in like 22 minutes. But if you have any questions along the way, like just please feel free to stop me. This is the first one that we're gonna do of many for the foreseeable future, and I basically just collected some of the basic updates we've had at Story the past week, both on the dev side and also just like on the marketing side because it's interesting. So first of all, welcome to the new Builder Discord. So just a quick overview. We have this discussion channel, which, you could post about anything there, whether it's a question or just you want to chat. And then also the help and questions channel. So the help and questions channel is for like more formal, long-term, support. So that's what that's for. And also we have the announcements channel, which I'm going to be using for a lot of good stuff. So definitely stay tuned to this, whether it's announcements about this Discord, release notes, which I think is really important. So, if you're building with the SDK or smart contracts, we're going to, release the highlights here. So as you can see, I included the full release notes and like the important highlights for the recent version that just went out. And I'm going to make an announcement today about the recent SDK update, which actually we'll go over in this office hours, and it's very minor updates, so nothing too crazy. So we do have some IP portal updates. I just wanted to mention that we are rapidly fixing user issues that are reported on X. And this also just goes back to feedback. So if any of you are playing around with the portal and have feedback, we're integrating those updates very quickly. This is just one example of that where, a user discovered an issue where if they went back a tab and then tried to, change license terms, it wasn't working, but it was working the next day. So we're definitely receptive to user feedback. And also pretty exciting. So the past, month, we were playing around with MCP servers because, as you saw, there was a lot of hype around MCP, and there still is. And so we released a MCP server which integrates with our SDK to run some specific SDK functions. And then we created a LangGraph agent that uses that MCP server to actually perform actions. It's the actual agent that uses the MCP server. And so we announced a partnership with Claude, or Anthropic, I should say. And we've integrated with their MCP. And so now people can, interact with the Story SDK. Now, this is limited to the functions we've built into the MCP server. So, the goal is to, over time, increase it so that, it can interact with the entire SDK and any smart contract, right? But right now it's specific to certain SDK functions. And what's cool is that the new documentation that's actually going to come out, which I could preview actually in this office hours, actually allows us to spin up an MCP server for our entire docs. Now, I think that's just for answering questions, but it'd be cool to figure out a way to maybe even expose all of our SDK functions, API endpoints, smart contract calls into an auto-generated MCP server for everyone to play around with. And also, you can go to this playground. So if we go to the, let's just go to this playground, honestly. You can see this is where you can interact with an agent that's tied into our MCP server. So I think we can click this info button and just click on get stats or something, and we'll see what happens. So if I just say give me the Story blockchain statistics, it uses Block Scout. Block Scout is what powers our Explorer. And you can see that the agent actually knows its information. So it knows the total blocks, it knows the IP price, it knows the gas prices. So all that's already in there. And I also think there's some SDK functions too. Actually, let's look at NFT holdings or something. For a certain address. Now, I don't know if we can actually interact with the SDK directly here. I think we can, but it's not in the dropdown. But so here, this is pretty cool. We can see this user's NFT holdings just from asking the agent. And it returns, there's IPI. And so yeah. So anyway, it's just a small example. But we want to build this out to, integrate with our whole SDK so that, let's say you're a user on the portal, right? And you want to disable licenses. You could just come to here and say, disable my license on, IPID 0x01, right? And it would do that for you. So just a cool update on the MCP side. And also, I guess I should also mention that if you're interested in this stuff or developing locally, you could check out the the 4 AI agents tab. And if you go down to, example integration with MCP, you can actually see the Story MCP server and also the LangGraph agent that integrates with it. So you can see that we're updating this very frequently. So definitely check this out if you're curious. And again, there's this whole docs page here. So yeah. The next one is USDC is now available on Story. I believe actually this was a thing for some time, but we officially announced it where you can now utilize Bridge USDC. It's available on Story via Circle, and it's powered by Stargate Finance. So you can go on Stargate and actually swap to stablecoin, which is great. I don't think this is supported on testnet right now. So for development, stick with the wrapped IP token. But just good to know that this is an available option for any applications you're building on Story. Yeah. So also just cool announcement. Welcome Selena Gomez to Story. This is again more on the marketing side, but Aria Protocol is onboarding tons of RWAs. Justin Bieber, Blackpink, BTS, right? A lot of, big Korean bands. And so the next one is Selena Gomez, pretty cool. Her People You Know song. And again, they're sort of fractionalizing, royalty or revenue share. on Story. And so, you know, super happy to have that name as well. And, you know, we'll feature this on the portal and all that. So this is the latest like SDK notes, I should say, where this is V 1.3.0 dash release candidate 3. So this is now live, and there's no breaking changes. There's just two small changes. One is there's a new group module function called collect and distribute group royalties. This method collects royalties for the entire group and distributes the rewards to each member's IP royalty vault. So basically, you know, on Story, we support a group module. This is where a bunch of IPs can be in the same group, and that group can earn revenue, right? So like instead of the IP earning revenue, the group as a whole can earn revenue. And this is helpful for things like AI training data, right? Like let's say you have an AI agent that's trained on a pool of data that's each their own IP. You can have this pool where the training data earns money as a whole. And so this SDK function basically unlocks the ability to collect and claim that group royalty to each of the individual member IP royalty vaults. So cool feature. The next one is just a sort of utility function, transfer to vault. This is in the royalty client. This is transfers to the vault an amount of royalty revenue tokens claimable via royalty policy. So right now there's a function called like claim all royalty, and that does the whole flow. It like claims it, or it collects it, then claims it, then transfers to the external vault. This is more of a utility function just to take the tokens that are in the royalty module and transfer it to the actual like royalty vault. So just in case that's useful. And then I'll pause here. Are there any questions on the latest candidate?
Just thinking about with the Claude thing, like it would be fun that we will do some vibe coding because I think like this is recently becoming a thing recently.
Totally. Yeah, no, like you're totally right. MCP's been super popular lately, and vibe coding is also very popular. I actually think we're gonna try to tap into vibe coding a little bit, just a little sneak peek. I don't think I can announce what that is, but we're definitely want to tap into vibe coding and get some vibe coders in this Discord. So coming soon, I will say on that. But anyways, yeah, I totally agree with you. Like the ability for people to just go to this playground and type in anything, or just in their cursor, right, be able to vibe code like, hey, can you register IP for me? That's awesome, right? And I will say that right now, this actually is going to change a little bit, but right now you can go to our docs and you can train on our whole documentation. So this is one file that contains all of our docs. And if you paste this into Cursor, which actually we have a tutorial here called using Cursor with Story. If you just paste that file into Cursor, like you see right here, Cursor will know the whole Story docs. So you can type to it, you can vibe code it, right? And say, hey, register my IP, or hey, register derivative, and it will do it for you. So just cool extra note. I actually use Windsurf. I think Windsurf is super sick. It's kind of like Cursor, but it knows more about your project as a whole. So can also do it there too. But yeah, we definitely want to plug our MCP server into Cursor and Windsurf too. So you're absolutely right. Oh, wrong way. Cool. So that's the release candidate 3. Now the next coming version is actually the full version, so 1.3.0. This will no longer be a release candidate version. So the planned updates mainly include quality of life improvements to SDK development. This is one to sort of incentivize community collaboration, right? So making PRs, bring up issues. Because we want to involve the dev community more in the development of the SDK, so that you can easily submit feature requests and improve the code, and also just to overall speed up new releases, because we've been pretty much like rapidly developing the SDK, and so this is going to be great just to sort of make updates cleaner, make the code quality better, etc. So there's a few just general updates here. One is fixing incorrect types. Fixing dispute-related multi-call issues, removing... Oh, this is actually a big one right here, is removing the check for IP owner and attached license terms. Basically, what that means is we're going to allow, via the SDK, IP owners to mint private licenses. Right now, you couldn't do that because it was basically checking in the SDK if the IP owner, or if the person running the transaction was the IP owner. And if they weren't, throwing an error. But if they were, then they could attach, or then they could, mint license tokens. However, this disallow the ability for IP owners to mint private licenses, and that's a pretty cool feature, right? Like, if I want to mint a private license to you for a private deal, I should be able to do that. So actually, I think this should say mint license tokens. That should make more sense. But yeah, so now you'll be able to mint private licenses via the SDK, which is great. On top of that, just some README and PR instruction updates, again, just to better incentivize community collaboration, and inline docs on functions to make development more clear. Right now, if you're developing, right, and you hover over a function in the SDK, it doesn't show you, like, it kind of shows you what the parameters are, but doesn't really show you their types, and it's not very simple. We're going to make that a lot better, so when you hover over a function, you can easily read the parameters and return types and all that. And then, like I said before, just some code refactors, plus code cleanup, plus, code quality life improvements to make contributing much easier for the community, right? So if you're building an app and you have a feature request, you can raise an issue or submit a PR directly. There's also a small periphery protocol update. So currently SVG NFT contracts can't update their NFT metadata. We realize that this is obviously something that needs fixed. So it's currently undergoing an audit, and will probably be available in the next 2 weeks. So if you registered IP using your own like custom ERC 721 contract, this doesn't affect you at all. You can, obviously because it's your contract, you can update the metadata and all that. This is for IPs that were created via the SVG. So you'll be able to update your NFT metadata so that it's not, like if you make a mistake in the metadata, it's not permanent forever. Now, one other just little sneak peek. So we're working with the dBridge team to implement cross-chain royalty payments. So what that means is, there's a function in our royalty module called pay royalty on behalf. This is basically the entry point to the whole royalty module. If you pay that function, right, the royalty module will automatically spread royalty to all ancestor IPs, right? But what's cool is that because it's just one function call, we can actually use a bridge like dBridge to make that call cross-chain. So, for example, you can earn royalty on Ethereum and then make a cross-chain call to pay royalty on behalf to IPs on Story. So I think it's going to be a huge unlock and a really cool example of cross-chain payment. I think it's just going to be super sick. So that I'm working on that tutorial right now. Not going to lie, it is a little complicated, but I'm working with the dBridge team to get that going. So that's it for these slides. Now I do want to show you all a little sneak peek here of our new documentation. So let me just pull that up really quick. So this is our old docs. This is from README, and this was pretty cool because it did its job, especially in our early stages, and I actually like README. But it kind of got clunky after a while because we only have the option to put all our docs on one side tab, and on top of that, I think the overall design isn't like as clean. And so, anyways, this is our new documentation. So voila, this is actually using Mintlify. They're this Mintlify same platform that they actually power the cursor docs. They do dynamic wallet, which are all beautiful docs. And so we brought that to here, and you can see it looks a lot nicer. I also just overall went through all our docs and updated some things. So for example, our first page, I think is a lot more clear, a lot nicer. We included some quick FAQs that we get a lot. So what's the gas token? What wallet should you use? The ecosystem, stable coins, and bridge options. Better explanations for all these things. And then you can see that, we've separated it out into different sections. So now we have sort of like conceptual understandings. So our network and then our protocol concepts. But then we have a whole developers tab. So, this is everything for developers. So, our testnet block explorer, a quick start, the builders Discord is mentioned, the deployed smart contracts, release notes, and then integration guides with each of our SDKs and smart contracts. So you can go through a whole TypeScript tutorial, a whole React tutorial, a smart contract tutorial. There's also external tutorials here, like fine-tuning images, registering DALL-E content, registering music on the story, a case study. Actually, Zwerg, this is a case study from the PFP3 project. So I wanted to highlight what you guys were doing on our docs directly so we could get people to check out what you're doing. This is a whole tutorial of, how you guys integrated. So just trying to use PFP3 as an awesome and prime example of great development on Story. So that's all here. And then we have our whole SDK reference. So this is, again, just the whole SDK reference. And you can switch between Python and TypeScript now, which is really cool. So if you're a TypeScript developer, you go here, or you can easily switch right here too. So you can switch to Python, and then you have our Python reference, smart contract reference, and then API reference. Right now you can actually make calls directly on here. I'm trying to figure out how to add default options here, so you don't have to fill these in, but figuring that out right now. And then governance tab. So anyways, just cleaner docs, and I think it looks a lot nicer. So that's the overview of the office hours today. So I know we only have 5 minutes left, but if anyone has any questions about building, I'll be here for a while. So that's the overview. Also, curious, Ramses, to get your feedback on the presentation format. Was this nice as opposed to me just sort of talking without the slides?
Yeah, sure. It's easier to get the information while looking on presentation.
Okay, great. That's great to hear.
I actually registered a music song on the IP portal, so it went really smoothly. I have to be honest.
Really?
But I feel, yeah.
Can you send the URL to it?
Yes, of course. But it is I use Sumo to do the music. So fun.
That's
Yeah. So
that's great. I use Suno to generate my song too.
yeah, so I basically posted immediately when I saw the announcement, especially. So, yep, I just found it.
Yeah,
okay, now
let's show it on the stream here. Nice. Oh, cool.
So yeah, so remember because when the announcement was that Area Protocol has what's called BTS has, and then I had some charts doing acting like a K-pop band, and that was my idea, and then later Spencer from Incension posted that, and I was I just created a kind group just for fun that they were onboarded into the charts, and then because I created the image of this one on the emergence, how is it called? The Atlas image generator.
Yeah.
I also registered the music IP on Suno on the image that I created, but it's not on my wallet because they use Privy on a third-party wallet instead of my personal wallet. So I just wanted to make sure that I register on my own turn.
Ah, I see. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh.
Wait. So this here. Wait. You're saying what platform was that on?
I was doing that on Suno.
Oh, on Suno. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, look at this. Should we listen to it? Do you like it?
Top.
Look at that. Oh, you added a commercial remix. How much does it cost to mint?
I didn't have to pay for the license because it is what I did on as a third party, because it's on my third party wallet, and I tried to register that, but it doesn't ask for a royalty or something like that.
Well, no, I mean, so you set the license here, right? So did you make it so that people have to pay an IP to mint it or something?
Yeah, but I still don't understand how I'm getting paid for that. But I just put it.
So it actually looks like you didn't set a minting fee, but you sent a revenue share. So if someone mints a license to use this song and then they earn let's say $100, you would get $20.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit complicated. I will show you because wait a minute, I have to go to the emergence terminal. Okay, I just found it.
Let's see.
Okay, I think I cannot show. I need some time to find it out.
Oh, that's okay. Don't worry.
Yeah, because like the remix is basically from the image that I did on the Emergence image generator. So this is the remix of the remix that I did.
Oh, okay.
Because like the minting doesn't set like some kind of I cannot choose the license, basically.
Mm.
Not sure if you tested the one that Emergence has for their visual editor, because like you can basically mint the NFT, so I minted it. But I cannot set any terms on my own, and I just make sure that I basically did it as a remix to this image that I created on the Emergence, but it is on a Privy wallet, not my personal wallet.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still not understanding. So you're saying you're registering a remix of the Emergence image?
Yes, that I created on the that I created and minted, but it's not. But I could not select my own term because like this is from the Emergence.
Right. Yeah. If it's a derivative, you can only choose the terms from the parent.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's basically like. So I want to make sure that how the idea came, and I want to make sure that this is basically like a derivative of of Emergence in some way.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a fun experiment to play on this.
Yeah. No. Totally. But yeah, this is cool. I like the you registered your song. Let's see if you've registered anything else. Oh, nice.
No, but I have a glob. Yeah, this is the one that I minted.
This is great.
Yeah.
So this one, oh, I see. So you own this one, and this is in the Globkins collection.
Yes.
All right, love that.
The Emperor is busy. Now he has to conquer the Star Universe.
Yeah, he has to go conquer. Cool. Well, also, hey, sir, go. I didn't see you there. Welcome in. So yeah, next week we're gonna do a very similar format. We're gonna do slides again and some updates. But if anyone wants to talk about their project next week, feel free to do that. Even if it's like very, very beginning, or if it's like, PFP3, for example, more than happy to have anyone up and talk about their stuff. So we're going to keep getting more people in here. And Victor, I hope that this time is okay for you next week.
I will see what I can do.
Awesome. And, if we have to make a better time, then we can always do that too.
Sounds good.
All right, cool. Anyone else have any developer questions? All right, I think that's it. So thanks everyone so much for coming. I'm gonna upload the I'm gonna post the recording of this, and also I'll post Ramses's tweet thread. So with both of those, we should allow anyone to go back and watch this, and we'll do the same thing next week. So appreciate it, everyone. Hope this was helpful.
Thank Jacob.
Thanks.
Bye bye.
Thanks everyone. Bye.
Bye, mates.
Thanks.